Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This will be my first week doing this. It's February 1st now. This will be my first video for this year doing the Crypto Nation Reacts. I like doing this at least about once or twice a week. This is one of the bigger YouTube channels called Altcoin Daily. They keep us up with the latest news, what's going on in the market. They give their opinions and insights, but obviously not financial advice. But the title is called "The Biggest Opportunity in Crypto in 2024." It says how Depin will disrupt everything. Yeah, that's starting to be the narrative now in crypto. With the whole Web3 Depin, and Depin stands for decentralized physical infrastructure networks. That's the what Depin stands for. But anyways, with further ado, before we get started, please, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. It's totally free. And just also want to say thanks to all my recently new subscribers. Anyways, let's get right on to it.
Depin stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. Remember the term because it's the next big thing in Web3.
Depins are an emerging trend in crypto.
Depins are physical infrastructure networks. You can think of charging stations or 5G hotspots, which communities crowdsource together and then provide connectivity.
And this trend may just be about to disrupt these centralized giants that control us.
And instead of big corporates earning all that money and generating all that value, the community who builds that infrastructure earns and owns the infrastructure.
So plain and simple, Depins distribute the power in physical infrastructure services, meaning they allow the people to be in control instead of a few centralized companies. Now Peak is a layer 1 blockchain for Depins, meaning Peak is specifically catering to decentralized physical infrastructure networks. We see the ecosystem evolving, and as a partner of the channel, as a blockchain that processes over 10,000 transactions per second at remarkably low costs, and with partners, name brands that you'd recognize that are already building on Peak. Let me just share with you one last example. Let's take Uber, where the founder of Peak explains how Peak is about to disrupt everything.
Let's take Uber as an example. You want a taxi. You unlock the phone, you tap the app, you order the taxi, you hop in. You think you're using a peer-to-peer system. You to taxi driver. You're not. You're actually using a peer-to-big tech to peer system. And we think it's time to change that. Because the peer-to-peer era is now. The process won't change. You still unlock your phone, tap the app, order the taxi, hop in. But the app, which network it runs on and where it is hosted will change. From centralized, corporate-controlled, peer-to-big tech to peer, to decentralized, community-owned, peer-to-peer.
And with Peak being the world's fastest growing Depin ecosystem, with over 100,000 machines, vehicles, robots, devices on the network, over $25 million of tokenized machine RWAs, and 20 plus Depins building on Peak and growing.
Peak is a community-governed network, where the community comes to build community.
Yeah, I definitely need to check out this program. Check out this. Matter of fact, I'm going to check right now to see if this project is on Coinbase. Nah, I'm gonna have to look for it.
Community-owned applications for community-owned machines to create community value.
This is the reason we're seeing so many name brand companies start to build. For example, Bosch, one of the global leaders in hardware, manufacturing, technology.
Yeah, so our work with Bosch is actually a couple of years old already. We've been working on different projects, setting standards in the mobility industry for identities, data sharing, and so on. But recently, we were able to excite them for Depin as well, because Bosch is the biggest sensor manufacturer in the world, and we're all...
guys. I noticed that a lot of the Web3s are using Depin, like even Jasmy. This is where the narrative is going. Jasmy, IoTex, even Internet Computer, all these, even from the low caps to the mid caps to the high caps, like Internet Computer, they're all going. They're all the introducing the whole establishing Depin. So yeah, this is going to be the big narrative for Web3. So yeah, so we got to watch out and keep our ears open. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on.
In Depin, right? We know sensors are super important. I mean, they're also the biggest automotive supplier. So they're a super amazing player to get into Depin. And on top of that, they are super open to Web3. So they want to build new business models in Web3. And yeah, we had the first device. It's called the Bosch XDK. It has dozens of sensors in it. So you can connect it technically to all kinds of Depins. And then it can generate data and earn money in different Depins.
And we're still early. Depin as a trend is only growing bigger.
Depins are estimated to be a total of 3.5 trillion by 2028 alone. That's a massive market opportunity.
And let's talk about what differentiates Peak as an L1 Depin blockchain. Highly decentralized, in fact, has a Nakamoto coefficient of 93, the highest among the major Layer 0 and Layer 1 blockchains. Extremely scalable. Peak will scale past 100,000 transactions per second in 2024 by leveraging elastic scaling, environmentally friendly, pretty self-explanatory, and also Depin and RWA functions, meaning Peak provides ready-to-use functions to power and tokenize vehicles, robots, and devices.
The cool thing is we've been building a layer 1 for Depin long before Depin was a term. So it goes back to our old enterprise cases where we identified, okay, all those applications need identities for machines, role-based access control, data storage, payment, settlement. So we've been building.
Yeah, so there, I guess this look like this is an up and coming Web3 project, but yeah, they're not on Coinbase. I just checked Coinbase; they're not listed on Coinbase. So you can anybody who want to get in this, you'll have to go to like a I guess use it through a wallet, through a decentralized whatever. But anyways, they're not even posted on. It look like these guys are not even on the major exchanges, really. But I'm gonna have to check more to see what exchanges this project. But honestly, there's a lot of Web3 projects out there. I already got my main two that I'm good in. That I'm going to be focused on, and that's ICP obviously, then IoTeX and Jasmine. Those are my three go-to Web3 right now because we already know that Jasmine is going to be they're going to be implementing Depin. So it did, but IoTeX already has the Depin. They're already doing it. And they're partnered with Solana. So IoTeX, and then of course the big dog, Internet Computer. So yeah, those are going to be my three. But yeah, this is just one of the. They just talked about one of the projects that are doing it now. This one called Peak.
All those backend functionalities all along that are running as smart contracts or so-called pellets natively on the network. So builders can come and simply consume those functionalities, and they don't have to do a lot of the heavy backend work. We've also made a simple JavaScript SDK that makes it super easy because we realized a lot of Depins don't have the smart contract blockchain devs on board. So we make it super easy. It's like, hey, the blockchain layer is ready for you to use. All the functionality is there, ready to use. And that makes it super simple. On top of that, we support EVM and Rust smart contracts. So we offer multiple smart contract ways. That is also super cool because EVM is the default standard, right? And that makes it easy for people to build. Super high scalability, extremely low fees, as low as Solana has to be. Otherwise, that is a knockout criteria. So, and right. Yeah, like now the next step is after launching mainnet, of course, attracting a lot of liquidity. We are working on that. We have a strategy, and yeah, our aim is really to provide just the best possible L1 for Depin builders. And on top of that, we build alongside the Depins. Like we work very close with all the teams. We get their requirements. We support them. We build with them. And I think that spirit, convinces a lot of Depins to choose Peak.
Now the Peak network and token will launch in 2024, very soon. And there's a link down below. Click the link. It'll take you here, and subscribe to receive all important launch-related updates directly to your inbox. Again, link down below. Check it out. And just can be used as follows: network operations, i.e. transaction fees, deploy smart contracts, and use Web3 bridges, machine DeFi, Peak is used for liquidity mining, liquidity provision, and rewarding the community. Machine NFTs, meaning Peak is used to mint machine NFTs, allowing you to own a piece in the economy of things. Voting and governance, and much more. And again, the more building on the network, the more valuable the network becomes. Being built on Peak right now, eLoop brings 100 plus tokenized Teslas for car sharing on Peak.
Called eLoop, they are building a decentralized network for, or like a decentralized car sharing service where people can invest into vehicles, in their case Teslas, then they buy those Teslas generate revenue, and the revenue is being split between the people who invested into the Teslas. So what happens now, they democratize car sharing. Everyone now can invest in and earn a part of a car sharing fleet.
And by the way, car sharing.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy. Today marks a significant
is just the beginning.
eLoop is expanding to do the same with charging stations, solar panels, or even something crazy like wind turbines.
We also have something I find interesting, Nadix. Nadix's 40,000 plus cameras map the real world in real time on Peak.
And another cool example is Natix network they're building also on Peak, which is a decentralized camera network. They built what they call the Internet of Cameras. Everyone can, while they drive, put their smartphone in the car and map the street in real time. There's a construction happening, an accident was happening, and so on. And for collecting that data, you're being rewarded. And those are some Depin use cases, but it goes into electric vehicle charging, neighbors being able to share their charging station with each other's, 5G hotspots, helium we know from the LoRaWAN, but they expand to 5G now, so communities can build telco networks where they share connectivity with each other. It's really, yeah, there's so many use cases.
Now there are so many other cool projects that are building on Peak we could get into. But again, today's video is just a jumping off point. There is a link down below in the video description. Click it, and actually just announced, this is breaking news, Peak has just integrated with Wormhole to unlock liquidity from 30 plus blockchains. So this is their first cross-chain bridge as they integrate with Wormhole, the leading blockchain interoperability protocol, meaning Peak now has a bridge in value and liquidity to BNB Chain, Polygon, Optimism, Aptos, Base, etc. Users of these networks will now be able to move their liquidity to Peak, use Depins in the Peakosystem, and earn in the economy of things on Peak. So in conclusion, Peak is projected to be the home of over 50% of the Depin sector at launch. Also, they're on track to have both users and machines from 100% of the countries on the planet at launch, and possibly be one of the top 10 most active blockchains by active wallets at launch. Is this registering? Is anybody still here? Comment Apple down below in the video comment section.
Honestly, I think these guys, Peak, they must have paid them to promote their coin. Honestly, I think Altcoin Daily does that. They must have paid them to promote. But anyways, Peak is just one Web3 that's going to be implementing Depin. Don't want to make it seem like this is the only Web3 project, but honestly, other Web3 projects is already implementing Depin. Like I said, IoTex, Jasmy, they're going to be doing that with their whole layer 2 chain. Hopefully that works out. And then we know for sure that Internet Computer is going to be doing that. Then you got other ones like Ocean Protocol. So yeah, there's dozens of different Web3s that's already going to be implementing Depin. So yeah, this is just one. Honestly, I think this guy, they must have paid the Altcoin Daily to talk about their project, but in reality, there's dozens of other Web3 projects out there that's going to be implementing the whole Depin. But anyways, there we have it. There. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. I just wanted to share this information. But thanks for tuning in. Hey, I will see you guys in the next one. Hope everybody have a good Thursday. Take it easy.